Hello, all, welcome to my channel 5 to 9 Productions. Today I'm going to be reviewing Peddi. Peddi, directed by Buchi Babu Sana, follows the journey of crossover athlete Peddi, played by Ram Charan, who harnesses his sporting talent to fight for the identity of himself and his people. Much like the recently concluded IPL, the film is a long affair, and just as the tournament swung between brilliant performances and dismal outings, Peddi too shines in parts, drags in others, and stumbles into outright embarrassment in few of the scenes. Set in the 1980s and early 90s, the film revolves around a nameless village cut off from the outside world, inaccessible except on foot and starved of any transportation links. The discrimination these villagers face is presented under the guise of their village lacking an identity, but the film really hinting at is caste discrimination. Peddi, despite his extraordinary talent, is carefree and dismissive, often teasing the village's wise elder Appalasuri, played brilliantly by Jagwati Babu, who is almost unrecognizable under a remarkably done makeup. The story follows the familiar template of a hero finding his calling in the wake of a tragedy and rising to fight for his people. But the refreshing twist is that instead of a routine rich versus poor battle of justice, we get a sports drama with a genuinely dramatic turn in the end. To continue with the IPL analogy, Ram Charan is the Vaibhav Suryavamshi of this film, possessing miraculous talent and probably a better bat swing, capable of hitting the ball not just out of one ground but out of three grounds. Buchi Babu leans into such hyperbole, playing a familiar commercial pitch tailored for the gallery, much like the flat batting friendly surfaces that define this IPL. What is dismal is his treatment of Janvi Kapoor, who has little to do except flaunt her beauty through an embarrassingly objectifying lens. Uchi Babu's handling of her character reminds us of the regressive tropes that plagued 90s cinema. There is one particularly troubling scene where the hero forces himself on her and proceeds to justify it, a mindset that reflects that of a rapist. This is deeply disturbing. Thankfully, these portions are few and largely confined to the first 30 minutes, after which the film finds its footing, gathers some pace, and becomes slightly more interesting. Apart from Jagwat Babu, the other supporting cast includes Boman Irani, Upendra Limaye, Divyendu, and Shivaraj Kumar. As in the case with many big budget Telugu productions, the casting choices are questionable. Shivaraj Kumar is the exception. His screen presence lends the film certain gravitas, but the rest, familiar faces from other film industries, feel visibly out of the place in this rustic world of rural Andhra Pradesh. Where the writing follows predictable beats, the technical craft deserves genuine praise. Cinematographer R. Ratnavelu and production designer Avinash Kolla bring the world of this remote village to vivid life. The rustic textures, the mountains, and the lush forests surrounding the villages create an immersive sense of place that consistently transport you to a world far removed from the ordinary. It is beautifully realized setting that the film's screenplay unfortunately does not always do justice to. The portions tackling Peddi's transition from cricket to wrestling are the film's most gripping, and the final act delivers a genuinely unexpected turn. However, the film never quite achieves the emotional depth it reaches for, and its generic and routine treatment does not evoke excitement. If the movie remains watchable, it's mainly credit to Ram Charan. His body transformation is incredible, but it's his sheer screen presence that truly elevates the material. Which makes me wonder, when a star of his caliber invests so much time into a role physically and emotionally, how do they end up greenlighting such medicore films? I guess we can never know the answer. Overall, Peddi has its interesting moments, but it's too generic and too lazy to make the most of them. If you ask me, I would rather watch a mediocre IPL match over this. Thank you.